Hi, my name is Akil Palanisamy, and I am a physician at the Sutter Health Institute for Health and Healing, and I practice integrative medicine, incorporating functional medicine and Ayurveda, which is the traditional system of medicine from India. And today I'm going to be talking to you about mindfulness and how mindfulness can be very beneficial during this extremely stressful time. So I know that many of you may be on the front lines of this healthcare crisis, dealing with all of the situations associated with the virus. And I think that mindfulness has a tremendous amount to offer in terms of helping us to settle in a place of calm and reduce some stress. So I'm going to go through some of the research on mindfulness and then talk about some of the studies and then lead you through a 2-minute exercise. So first, what are the effects of the chronic stress that we are under? Well, it turns out that our stress hormones like cortisol have a variety of harmful effects over time. They're not problematic in the short term, but in the long term, they can contribute to issues like elevated blood pressure, decreased serotonin, which might lead to depression, elevations in blood sugar, and suppression of our immune system as well. So the problem is that the stress of our daily life now is very chronic, and our body's adapted to handle stress on a short-term basis, but when it builds up in a long term, that's when it leads to these harmful effects. So one antidote is mindfulness. So mindfulness can be defined as non-judgmental moment-to-moment awareness. It was also defined by Dr. Amy Saltzman as intentionally paying attention here and now with kindness and curiosity so that you can choose your behavior. So that's a really important point to remember. You're not always just being calm and relaxed. You might choose a specific response, but the key point is there that you have an element of choice. And I really like this quote, which says, I don't envision a single thing that when undeveloped leads to such great harm as the mind, and I don't envision a single thing that when developed leads to such great benefits as the mind. So mindfulness is currently being adopted on a widespread scale by organizations such as Google, the UN, the World Bank. Remarkable research coming out about use in the public school systems in certain inner city neighborhoods and showing tremendous improvements in the function of these young children as well. So there's really a wave of mindfulness that's happening in the world right now. So what are some of the benefits of mindfulness? Well, they include, of course, stress reduction, but also improved focus, memory, cognitive control, reduced anxiety, improved emotional regulation. And one thing to remember is that mindfulness is like a muscle that can be trained over time. It does strengthen and improve. So it's something that, like any practice, can lead to significant improvements in the techniques itself over time with consistent practice. And you already have mindfulness within you, so you know mindfulness. It's if you think of a time when you felt calm and open-hearted, you're fully alive, maybe you were in nature, and maybe you were fully present in that moment. So that's an example of mindfulness. So it's not something that's foreign to us. We already have that within our nature. So there was some interesting research on mindfulness and brain structure done at Harvard, where they observed 2 groups, one group doing mindfulness and the other group control that did not. So after 8 weeks of mindfulness training, brain scans actually showed physical changes in the areas of the brain associated with anxiety, stress, intelligence, memory, and compassion. So these were measurable physical changes in the brain structure. So it just shows the remarkable power of mindfulness practice to physically change the structure of your brain. One of the things that also improved in those who practice mindfulness is cognitive control, which is the ability to place your attention where you choose and then keep it there for as long as you want. Again, that element of choice, the element of control. So studies show that cognitive control is actually a better predictor of life success than IQ or wealth, both of which we can't choose or really improve, whereas this can be improved through mindfulness practice. So in previous studies, meditation has also been shown to lower levels of stress hormones like cortisol, interleukin-6, and benefit a variety of medical conditions, including asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, high blood pressure, and chronic back pain. There was also an interesting study looking at eczema, and in this case, mindfulness meditation helped people reduce their itching sensation and improve their quality of life. One patient reported that the feeling of teeth clenching anger towards my itch has improved, and now when that sensation comes, I don't feel as angry and can let the itch pass faster. So again, having that element of control. This was a study that showed that mindful people actually feel less pain, and they did MRI scans, which showed that certain parts of the brain associated with pain processing are changed in mindfulness. So it's very interesting for applications in chronic pain and reducing overall pain and discomfort. Now, other benefits of meditation show that the hippocampus, which is a part of the brain that controls stress management, memory, and learning, actually enlarges after 8 weeks of mindfulness meditation. So it's sort of a positive cycle that results because the larger hippocampus helps you better control and manage stress. And the more you practice mindfulness, the larger that becomes and the better your resilience and stress control. Mindfulness may also be helpful for your immune system and reducing anxiety as well, and can help work performance through improving focus, attention span, and ability to concentrate. So to summarize, stress is very relevant, more so today than ever. It matters in all disease and health. And mindfulness is one really effective tool to address this. So studies show that mindfulness can improve your energy, reduce stress, lower blood pressure, reduce pain sensations, improve sleep, help with GI function, help relieve itching and eczema, and raise overall quality of life, as we talked about. So I'm going to lead you through this brief 1-minute meditation with mindfulness, just to give you a sense of what the practice would be like. So you can go ahead and close your eyes and begin by taking a couple of slow, deep breaths and try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you can practice this in any position, whether sitting or standing or lying down, but posture is generally important if you are sitting, so try to keep an upright posture. So go ahead and take a couple of slow, deep breaths. And then mindfulness meditation can be as simple as being aware of your breathing. So in this meditation, we're going to be aware of our breathing and using our diaphragm to take deep breaths. So the diaphragm is the largest muscle in the body. And if you like, you can place one hand over your abdomen. And as you're breathing in, you want your abdomen to rise and the diaphragm to come down. And as you're exhaling, you want your belly to fall and your diaphragm will be coming up. So basically, your abdomen rises as you're breathing in and falls as you're breathing out. And interestingly, this is the way that newborn babies breathe, but often as we get older, when we inhale, we're tensing our neck and shoulders and not really engaging the diaphragm. So this is a simple but effective way to bring the mindfulness to breathing. So take a couple more slow, deep breaths. And as you're breathing in, letting your abdomen rise. And as you're breathing out, your abdomen will fall. And take one more final slow, deep breath using your diaphragm and with mindful awareness. And then whenever you're ready, you can come back to the room. So that's an example of a simple breathing awareness meditation where you're mindful of breathing and focusing on your diaphragm. So you can also be mindful of your breath wherever you notice it. So maybe you noticed it more in your nostrils where you were breathing in and out. Doesn't really matter where you are aware of your breathing as long as you're just being mindful of that sensation. So I think that mindfulness offers a really powerful tool to help us all achieve a place of balance, a place of calm amidst this chaotic and very stressful time. So I hope that this has been useful for you, and stay safe and healthy.